And we're back, and we are checking out the Protection Paladin talents this time. And let me see if I can fix that. There we go. Didn't realize the thing was like through my body there. So we're checking out checking out Protection today. I'm not gonna start this over. So I already switched over here. You just come over here, click the thing you want, hit activate. So this one, Protection uses holy magic to shield himself and defend allies from attackers. Venger's Shield, you throw this thing at enemies and it interrupts spell casting, does some damage as well, so basically can silence the targets there, and then it jumps to a couple additional enemies nearby. So it's one of the main things that paladins use to pull in fights. And then Hammer of the Righteous, basically melee attack, short cooldown, and so it just hits the enemy for some damage. If you have Consecration turned on, which Protection Paladins just get, it's not a talent for them, if you have that running, then it automatically hits multiple enemies, so it hits all of your other enemies within 8 yards, so that's kind of cool. Shield of the Righteous, right here, strong melee attack, cooldown. With a cooldown that reduces damage you take for a few seconds. Alright, and slams the target for some damage, and then reduces the damage you take by 34% for 4.5 seconds. And while standing in Consecration, its effects are increased. Judgment is works a little differently on here, actually. So it deals some holy damage, reduces the remaining cooldown on Shield of the Righteous by 1 second, or 2 seconds on a critical strike. So you want to be using this then a lot, because that way, because if you notice here, the uptime, 4.5 seconds, multiply that by 3, which is how many charges you get. If you're just popping that ability, it'll run out after 13.5 seconds. You don't have some coverage here with Shield of the Righteous, because the cooldown is 14.3 seconds. So that tiny little bit can make a difference in boss fights sometimes. So that's something to keep in mind. So every time you use this, so in a full 3 cycle here, you should be able to judge, 2 times at least, which should hopefully get you the coverage that you need to keep Shield of the Righteous up. Light of the Protectors, this is a new ability for them, so it's an instant 25% of missing health. So again, kind of like with the other thing there, I guess if I had, I've got about 400,000 health here. If I had 300,000 currently, it would heal for about, I guess, 25,000, because it's healing the missing health, not of like max. And then while standing in the Consecration, it heals for more. Consecration, of course, area attack, just does damage. I'll have to look to see if this moves with you or not, so we'll check that out in a little bit. And then Ardent Defender, long cooldown ability, reduces damage, prevents death. So this is actually, this used to be an ability that Paladins had, in the old talents, I think, all the way back to Lich King, probably. Where it kind of worked like that ability that the Retribution talents had, that I liked, where it instead of dying, you would come back at it would keep you from going down to a certain percentage of health. So with Protection Paladins, this is kind of odd that they have this, but that Retribution can get the thing. But so it reduces all damage you take by 20% for 8 seconds. While it's active, the next attack that would otherwise kill you will instead bring you to 12% of your maximum health. So it's kind of odd, because Retribution Paladins get an automatic, it's 20% health, it's passive, and all it does is it uses up the bubble. So that's kind of interesting. But let's take a look at the talents. So as you can see, I am champion of the Frozen Waste. So we came out to the Frozen Waste I am champion of, and where most of my transmog gear comes from. So let's kind of take a look at the talents, and I think this time I'm going to try and make it a little more interesting. I'm going to run around and just kill some stuff. The weapon I have, I believe this is from a Lich King dungeon. I can't remember which one, but based on the item level, I'm pretty sure it's Lich King. And then this, I want to say, is a Burning Crusade shield, PvP shield, so it would have been from that era based on the item level. But I just kind of like how they look, and so we're going to run around out here. Where... my blessings. Did not get blessings as protection? Huh. I apparently don't get blessings. Blessings? Am I just missing it here? Huh. Yeah, that's... Wow, that's a departure from the norm, that's for sure. Wow. Okay, well, guess we'll get rid of that. And we'll just kill some stuff. Aha! Do I not have... Hang on. Combat... Controls... Auto loot, there we go. Oh, whoops, nope, didn't want to log out. Wrong button. Okay, there we go. This way I can... Actually, no, I'm not even going to loot. This is the public test room. It doesn't matter if I pick up crap. Ah, whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Alright, so let's take a look here. First Avenger. Increases the damage of Avenging Shield by 50%. And increases the chance for its remaining cooldown to be reset by abilities and talents by 50%, but it now hits only one target. Okay, so... That means... Let me see, is there anybody... Here. So I can throw the shield and it comes back to me there. But yeah, so basically, so it increases its damage and has a chance for its remaining cooldown to be reset by abilities and talents. So that seems like pretty much anything can reset it, from what I can tell. I like the sound effect on that thing now. Love that like holy fireball that I throw at the judgment now. Okay, so that's First Avenger. I kind of like that, the nod to Captain America there. Let's see, Bastion of Light. Immediately grants 3 charges of Shield of the Righteous. Okay, that could be useful. I could see that, like you just run out of charges, you're doing, like, I don't, you know, that could be useful though. Judgment can also trigger Grand Crusader. What's Grand Crusader? Let's go and just turn that on and take a look. Let's see when a buff pops up on me here. Oh man, like I'm not even clicking there. Yeah, so we're gonna have to see what that Grand Crusader thing is. So I'm gonna go with that for now. I don't think I like First Avenger. If it changed the shield to look like Captain America's shield, that would be freaking awesome. Oh, okay, so you can change talents in rested XP areas. That's what it is. So I guess, okay. I guess you don't need like the items that let you change it before. Yeah, it looks like these are obsolete. That's cool. Just waiting for my judgment to trigger something. Okay, cool. So Holy Shield increases block chance by 10%, allows you to block spells. Successful blocks deal holy damage to the attacker. I think I kind of like that. Blessed Hammer replaces Hammer of the Righteous. There's a Blessed Hammer that spirals outward. Okay, so this is like the AoE thing that the Retribution had. Oh, here we go. Master's Figure. No, that's something else. Okay. So this is like the AoE thing where it just kind of throws a hammer around me there. Hammer of the Righteous has no cooldown. Hammer of the Righteous, Shield of the Righteous, and Light of the Protector now always gain the benefit of consecration. Ooh, I could see that being very useful. Because then this automatically hits multiple targets. This automatically, you know, protects you for more. What was the other ability? Light of the Protector. And then this always heals for more. So that actually... Ooh, I might run with that. Although Holy Shield is kind of nice too. What's my current block chance? 16%. So if I go with this, that would give me a 26% block chance. And these stats aren't nearly as good as they should be because I'm using like really old weapon and shield here. And what heck, the weapon's an agility sword. But I think I kind of like this because, yeah, we'll just go with that. Fist of Justice. Judgment reduces the remaining cooldown on Hammer of Justice by 10 seconds. That I could see being useful, unlike the one that Retribution had. Wait, let me get a side view of this. Oh, am I like throwing a holy hammer or something? Maybe it's not a fireball. I really like the changes they made to animations in this. So I can see that being useful. Every time you judge, it knocks off 10 seconds. It's only a minute, and this has a 5-second cooldown, so in 30 seconds, half of it would already be gone. And that'd be 6 uses. So, I mean, that's... Yeah, I mean, you're looking at... What, so 4 judgments would be about 20... Like 22 seconds, we'll round up a little there. Okay. Ooh, judgment, they have to be in front of you now. That wasn't the case before. Yeah, so in 20 seconds you'd have 4 judgments. That would knock 40 seconds off the cooldown. And then you've already taken 20 seconds there, so that's a minute. Like, that's not bad. Repentance, same thing as before. Apparently it gave me this one, so I can't change it until I get back to a rested XP area, so I have to get to like an inn or a city. Yeah, I think I'm actually throwing like a holy hammer. It just looks like a fireball. Blinding light, so this is like the other one, so just kind of disorients enemies. Blessing of spell warding, instant for 30 seconds, places a blessing on a party or raid member, protecting them from all magic attacks for 10 seconds. Cannot be used on a target with forbearance, so it causes forbearance like the like lay on hands and stuff does. So basically, like, those abilities can't be used again during that time. Okay, that's kind of cool. Places a blessing on a party or raid member, temporarily removing all threat from the target and causing all additional threat generated to be transferred to you. Okay, I remember this is an ability that paladins used to have, so I could just throw this on somebody. Aha. So I could throw this on somebody, and basically all of their threat comes over to me, so somebody's just like being a doofus and like attacking random something or other, I can use that. And okay, consecration does not move with me. Retribution aura. Oh, okay, so they're bringing back the aura there. Paladins used to just have these auras that did stuff. So you deal damage to any enemy whose melee attack strikes a non-tank party or raid member within 60 yards. So I think that would give the threat to me, because it says that I deal the damage. So that would kind of make sense. You dead. Still waiting for that thing to appear, a Grand Crusader. Or actually, does it show up over here as a passive? Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, because this is an ability I already have. When I avoid a melee attack or use Hammer of the Righteous, I have a 15% chance to reset the remaining cooldown on Avenger's Shield. Okay, so this just makes Judgment also be able to do that. Okay, that's cool. I think I still actually like that better than the other ones, because I just like this being able to hit multiple enemies as a means of kind of getting threat on them. I kind of like that. I kind of like this. So level 60 for protection is actually one that's a little bit difficult for me to decide on. I think we'll go with this one for now, just because it's passive. Don't have to think about it as much. Punk. Alright. Let's take off to another area here real quick. Alright, so up next, Hand of the Protector. Calls down the light to heal a friendly target for 30% of the target's missing health. Okay, this missing health thing is kind of interesting that they keep having that as a thing. Okay, so alright. That works on anybody, 9-second cooldown. Knight Templar reduces the cooldown of Divine Steed by 50% and reduces all damage taken while mounted on your Divine Steed by 20%. So let me make sure this works the same way. Okay, yeah, so 45-second cooldown, summons him out for 3 seconds, moves a little faster, and apparently it makes you take less damage while you're on it. It's kind of cool, I guess. Final Stand, when you use Divine Shield, you also taunt all targets within 15 yards for 8 seconds. That's kind of cool. So that's the one that I like. A couple of these were kind of like auto-assigned for some reason. Alright, so let's check out the shield here. Oop, there you go. So yeah, so you took out a few targets there. And okay, kind of like the animation there. kind of like that. All right. Okay, I kind of like the Shield of the Righteous animation. Oh, okay, and it shows buffs on this bar now. I'll just see if I like this or not. I don't know if I do. Okay, yeah, it looks like... Okay, it looks kind of like a shield bash. Okay, so... I think I actually kind of like that, because then you can pop your bubble and it just pulls all the enemies over to you. Yeah, roll damage spells. Alright, cool. So up next, let's see here. It doesn't seem to be... I thought I did the... Yeah, maybe I do too much damage, and so it's not letting things trigger like they should. There you go. Okay, I'm gonna mount up and fly over here. Alright, Aegis of Light. Channels an Aegis of Light that protects you and all allies standing within 10 yards behind you for 6 seconds, reducing all damage taken by 20%. Okay, cool, so it encourages, you know, get everybody behind you, and you... Oh, actually, you, like, channel it. That's interesting. I'd be interested just to see what the animation on that looks like. Judgment of Light. Judgment now applies Judgment of Light to the target, causing the next 40 successful attacks against the target to heal the attacker. Can only occur once per 1 second on each target. Okay, cool. So I judge things, and it looks like everybody gets healed a little bit. So it's a pretty small amount, but that's kind of interesting. Consecrated ground. Up to 6 allies standing within your consecration receive healing every 0.9 seconds, and enemies within your consecration have 50% reduced movement speed. That's kind of cool. They don't have stuff spawning in here like it should be. Look like they have stuff spawning in here like it should be. Okay, well, I was gonna kill stuff over here, but whatever. Righteous Protector. Shield of the Righteous reduces the remaining cooldown on Light of the Protector and Avenging Wrath by 3 seconds. That's kind of cool, because this thing, just like with the Retribution, increases all damage and healing you deal by 35%. Okay, I thought I saw something there. So increases damage and healing. It has a 2-minute cooldown. Shield of the Righteous. So I can just pop that off of, 3 times there, and that'll knock off, 9 seconds, but it refreshes pretty quickly and everything. Seraphim. The light temporarily magnifies your power, increasing your haste, critical strike, mastery, and versatility by 750. Consumes up to 2 charges of Shield of the Righteous and lasts 8 seconds per charge. Okay, that's interesting. And last event, each enemy within 8 yards reduces the damage that you take and increases the damage that you deal by 3%. It has diminishing returns. I don't know what that means. I mean, I know what diminishing returns are, but I don't know what it means in this context. But that's kind of cool. I guess just as you have more enemies, it... Yes, this is something that's interesting. You can't judge from behind anymore. It used to be like I could use it like running away from stuff. I like this one, only a 30-second cooldown, but it uses up your Shield of the Righteous charges. Reduces the remaining cooldown on Light of the Protector and Avenging Wrath by 3 seconds. We'll go with this one. It's cool. Enemies, the more enemies I have around me, the less damage I take. Kind of interesting. Alright, cool. So that's it for Retribution, or for... not Retribution, that's it for Protection. Here, so... I hope you enjoyed the video, and getting to check out the new talents, and by doing something a little bit different there this time, instead of just kind of dancing, as fun as that it can be. But, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope that you did enjoy the video. If you did like the video, don't forget to take that like button, and don't forget to take that subscribe button as well, so you get updates when new content drops on the channel there. And I'm going to fly over to Dalaran, and we'll switch over to Holy, and come back with that one here. And do remember that there is no IRL, just AFKs, and we'll see you next time that Amma plays World of Warcraft. Peace out!